boa tarde. Good afternoon to everyone joining this conference today. It's an honor to be a part of this incredible group of panelists and speakers today. I'll switch to English as requested. And on behalf of HighFly, I want to go over the subject of sustainability, as mentioned, a mission that's more important now than ever before in all industries, but especially within aviation. I think that at the moment, it's difficult to go over our work in just 15 minutes, but I'll try to be brief and simple and I can answer obviously all your questions you might have afterwards. But first, I'll detail simply our journey. I was saying that sustainability is here and it's not going anywhere, fortunately. I think that all companies now are eager to do something, to take action, to take the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals into account and include them as part of their own mission. This is what we did with HighFly, taking these ones, as you see, into consideration and ask a question: what can we do? What action should be done to make an impact, a positive impact? I think that as a company, as an airline, HighFly wants to do this for our people. They are the baseline. Our sustainability policy starts from inside the company. We work within the team in sustainability initiatives. We have water stations inside the building, reusable bottles, waste management solutions. I think that we cannot save the world or aim for it if we don't start making changes at home first. So we want to have our people totally engaged, to develop our human capital, to prevent occupational accidents, and have our people committed with safety practice, but also for our planet, striving to make a positive impact, and ultimately mentioning climate change, obviously trying to reduce our environmental footprint and move towards carbon neutrality. And here, naturally, for our own communities as well. And here we can engage on different levels and help locally. HighFly works closely with the Mercury Foundation that acts as sustainability partner of the airline. The foundation, sharing the same president, works on several areas, as you can see in the PowerPoint below, and is keen on helping aviation become more sustainable. This program, Aviation, obviously is in line as well with the marine conservation and wildlife conservation programs. So there's a lot of common projects with the same goals: raising awareness of environmental issues, taking part in conferences, doing beach cleanups, partnering with big organizations, international organizations that also share the same values, the same goals, or even using sport as a platform to raise awareness, and perhaps as well aircraft as a giant canvas, the biggest billboard in the world. The Airbus A380 is still an outstanding example of that, having carried a coral reefs livery that was photographed all over the world. So these are just a few examples. And mentioning sport, yes, we joined the Volvo Ocean Race, formerly Volvo Ocean Race, now the Ocean Race, in 2017 with the Turn the Tide on Plastic campaign with the support of the United Nations. And that was the start of a journey of its own towards sustainability. One so impactful that HighFly is now the main sponsor of the Racing for the Planet boat and team that you can see. The team won the Ocean Race Europe this year and continues to lead by example for its campaign on climate change. But going back to 2017, when we launched this campaign against single-use plastic, we started obviously looking into numbers as well. Cabin waste, and obviously these are numbers that you all must be familiar with, 5.7 million tons in 2017, a food waste reduction objective, and from cabin waste to plastics to 17% of plastic. That's obviously a lot, especially when you consider that most of it doesn't get reused or recycled. So at that point, we started working with the teams to try and reduce all non-essential single-use plastic on board aircraft, HighFly aircraft. So testing products, doing life cycle assessments, we tried to make change. And by the end of 2018, HighFly did a number of trial flights, exchanging plastic cups, cutlery, bags, amenities for other alternatives, better alternatives.
Two destinations today. The first one is Natal in Brazil, and the second one is a better world. Well, it's a pleasure and an honor to receive all these passengers on board. This first flight, single plastic free.
privilégio fazer parte desta tripulação. O primeiro voo em plástico descartável. Como podem ver, só utilizamos as caixas de cartão, temos copos de cartão e os talheres são todos em bambu.
Eu acho francamente interessante e acho que é de facto uma medida positiva.
Acho que é importantíssimo. Tudo o que pudermos fazer individualmente em conjunto é importante para não poluirmos.
Acho uma excelente iniciativa. De facto, conseguirem minimizar isso é excelente para nós, é excelente para o ambiente. Portanto, parabéns por serem os primeiros.
Muito contente, feliz por esta iniciativa. Neste aspecto, acho que está a contribuir e bastante para um mundo melhor. Venha mais iniciativas dessas.
Para um mundo melhor.
These flights got a lot of attention from other airlines, other companies, very much so. And at that point, Highfly decided to organize the Sustainable Cabin Forum, a conference that took place in Portugal with the support of IATA and gathered the industry as well as the European Commission to share good practices and challenges as well. So this was a first ever move, especially when it comes to sustainability and aviation. And here, I think that we can all agree there's no competition. We should all be doing the same.
These companies came here to exchange ideas ones with each others, to understand what we are doing, what can be done in order to have a more sustainable cabin in the future.
We came to Sustainable Cabin Forum today because Highfly was the first airline who actually really created awareness between the airlines and had the first flight.
This kind of forum, having all of the airlines together, I think it's a great start to have this conversation to see what we can really do.
Yeah, I think this is an excellent forum for the airlines to come together here and understand, get a common understanding of what sustainability is. I want to take this across to their organizations back to bring some focus on this matter that's so important for the future.
You've been doing a lot against the plastic, first non-plastic flight. So yeah, it's a very good opportunity to be invited by Highfly and hear what you have to say.
I think we're all in it together, aren't we? We've all got to try and make the most of this and reduce our impact where we can. So yeah, share what we know.
All the airlines can actually have a chance to meet and at the same time to discuss the topic that we are focusing so much on.
This is where we can all learn how to move forward in this direction, where we can have to reduce the impact of traveling on the environment in a certain way.
There's many people attending and just the right people that actually are doing the same things as we are.
So these plastic-free flights were not without challenge. And this is, I always say, a work in progress. Even now, we replace plastic items with more sustainable products, but the market is always changing and we need to keep up all the time to make sure that we have the best alternatives and ones that are competitive, that are effective, and that are lightweight. One of the challenges, I would say the biggest one, was the water packaging. It's very complicated to find exactly a packaging that's competitive, effective, and lightweight. At that time, we started as well an R&D project to try and find a better alternative. And I can tell you that we did. The good bottle is here. It's ready and it's completely groundbreaking. No plastic whatsoever in this polymer that created this bottle that you can see, just biomaterials, completely biodegradable and completely compostable. The material is made from a biological base that can be compostable in a domestic environment. So that can change a little bit of the industry of plastic or reducing and obviously exchanging plastic packaging for a better alternative. But Highfly sustainability policy goes beyond that. Highfly is also part of the United for Wildlife Transport Task Force, very important topic to deal with. with airlines playing a big role when it comes to tackling illegal wildlife trade. Also, it covers corporate social responsibility initiatives, changing operational procedures, very important as well, to making the airline more sustainable. And Highfly is also committed to making the aviation industry more gender balanced. Signing the IATA Pledge 25 by 25 is a good example of this. Highfly already meets the 25% criteria in some departments, senior positions, for instance, but wanting to increase an additional 25% by 2025 and meeting the expectations as well, namely when it comes to operations. To sum it up, I can say that Highfly is on a mission with a lot of miles ahead for sure, but building on a legacy and work that needs to be continued. And that's the only way to win. I say if sustainability is part of everything that we do and everyone is part of this mission. So thank you very much for your time and enjoy the rest of the conference.